Bonjour,
Good morning, friends.
my name is Jenna Fowler.
My name is Lenny Roque, and you're watching Joe News.
This past weekend was the Congress of Vienna, which redefined borders between countries in Europe. It also ensures that no one can conquer all of Europe.
Just like Napoleon. The conservation restoration was led by Joseph de Maistre in France. He believed that political authority should be based on religious and moral teachings. He supported a return to monarchy. He also made conservation principles, which is the right for monarchies to rule, right of landed aristocracies, need for organized religion, and the danger of liberal nationalist movement. We are receiving updates from Alex Franco, reports on the field.
Good morning, friends. I'm Alex Franco here at the Congress of Vienna, where leaders from all over Europe have met to come to an agreement on the borders of every country. Today, our continent's boundaries are being redrawn, and this event will go down in history. Thank you, Jenna and Lenny. Now back to your anchors.
And that was a report from the field. Thank you, Alex Franco.
We will now have a quick commercial break from a message from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
Have you ever been in a relationship that isn't going well? No matter how hard you try, not even couple counseling helps. It just causes more problems. Are you a clumsy person who drops everything all the time? Do your pants just not fit you anymore? The solution to all your problems is here with rubber bands. They are stretchy and durable. You can even create utensils for friends and family. You can even use it as a hair tie and look amazing, just like this young and beautiful man. I mean, just look at that. So go down to the local store and get yourself this incredible innovation, rubber bands.
Bonjour,
Good morning, friends.
my name is Jenna Fowler.
My name is Lenny Roque, and you're watching Joe News.
We're here with a live update because a riot has broken out. Louis Philippe's poor governance has started a revolution in 1848.
There have also been bad harvests, which led to economic depression and the Hungry 40s.
The ideologies behind the revolutions are nationalism, laissez-faire, conservatism, and its counterpart, liberalism.
Romanticism was a movement in the arts and literature that emphasized nature, imagination, emotion, and the individual. It called for personal expression and astray from reason and rationality, therefore going against enlightenment. Romantic art portrayed the violence and fight amongst the people. Romantic writers also focused on the lives of the working man, especially in comparison to those wealthy.
The laissez-faire component focuses on no government interference in the economy, translating to let it be. It wasn't supported by most citizens because even when they were starving, the government just left them hungry. Nationalism is the pride in one's country. It led to the revolution because those unhappy with Louis Philippe successfully overthrew him and established the Second Republic.
Liberalism emphasized an openness to change. This included Enlightenment ideals such as natural rights, life, liberty, property, a government that protected these rights, a general rule of people, and a social contract. It is based on democracy and personal freedom. Liberalism focused on a change in government, meaning the idea of replacing an absolute monarch and instead focusing on democracy. In France, many liberals sought to replace the July monarchy with a democratic republic. Democratic meaning the right to vote and work.
Conservatism, its counterpart, meant keeping ideas and values traditional with little change. It did not embrace Enlightenment ideals and instead focused on the importance of monarchy. It called for a restoration of monarchs after Napoleon's takeover of Europe. It wanted land boundaries to go back to the pre-Napoleonic borders with aristocrats on the top of the social pyramid. It showcased the importance of organized religion and strongly opposed any change from liberal movements.
This discontent in France not only came from the poor governance of what is known as the July monarchy, but also from the violence in the country during this rule. This violence came from the many rebellions against the government after it came to power in the Revolution of 1830.
I'm here in Paris with Allison and Paulina, two members of the working class who participated in the June Days uprising against a conservative Second Republic. Allison, how do you feel about the course that the Republic is taking to see?
The Republic is bringing restoration to France. We are seeing another age of Napoleon as a dictator and savior of our country. Most of the liberals, like us, voted Louis Napoleon as the president of the National Assembly, but he's leaning more towards monarchy now and will be called emperor in no time. The Second Republic is slowly becoming the Second Empire. And one of the only things that all of France's parties can agree on right now is that Louis Napoleon is on Louis Napoleon's rule.
Paulina, what do you think about how the National Assembly is being managed?
I think that although the Assembly has vowed to not dissolve until a new constitution is made, they're doing a poor job in developing any written document right now. They're weakening every year that Louis Napoleon is in power. It won't be a surprise if he falls.
How did the government react to the June days of
At first, the working class and the petite bourgeoisie were working together in the new revolution. But when the bourgeoisie got scared of the different needs of workers, they suppressed us. The government put the country under siege because they wanted to prevent another uprising against the monarchy. But we have a type of monarchist in power again.
How would you say the bourgeoisie is doing now?
Many petite bourgeois representatives complained to the Assembly about not having enough support from the government. But they're overpowered by the financial bourgeoisie. They're the richest class out of all the revolutionaries. A lot of petty bourgeois ended up merging with the working class because of the Assembly's lack of concern for them.
Speaking of the financial middle class, what would you say the state of economic development of the country is?
We're seeing a big industrial movement and a nationwide railway expansion. France is developing into an industrial power.
Now we'll return to our news anchors. Thank you, Addison and Paulina.
Bonjour.
Good morning, France.
My name is Jenna Fowler.
My name is Lenny Roque, and you're watching Job News.
Today marks 33 years since the Congress of Vienna, and this year marks the beginning of the French Revolution. You've probably seen protesters outside your windows and on our streets, fighting the inequality amongst our social classes. This began when Louis Philippe's ruling upset middle-class workers because most of them could not vote. This made him unpopular and started the February Revolution earlier this year. Louis Philippe abdicated the throne from the danger and hatred he faced. Radicals started the National Workshop so people could find work. This failed because no one truly found any work, and it upset many people. In May, the military attacked lower classes.
1 month later, the government started another constitution, instating a great, big, strong president. One candidate for president was Louis Napoleon, who was the Emperor Napoleon's nephew. He won universal male suffrage vote because of the strong nationalism associated with the former Napoleon and his promise to be liberal. We hope he keeps his promise and gives us what we want.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Happy New Year, everyone. It is officially 1870, hopefully the best year yet. Louis Napoleon is no longer our ruler, hopefully allowing our nation to grow strong. Towards the end of his rule, Louis Napoleon became a dictator and enforced religion in school and called himself an emperor. He upset workers and repealed socialist policies.
Although most people weren't happy, there were some positive effects of his ruling. He installed universal male suffrage and a Second Republic establishment.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in.